The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 JCPS High School basketball starts now.
The spring is on the horizon, and we welcome you into Eastern High School tonight in Louisville, Kentucky for Glycod's presentation this evening of Kentucky High School basketball. Alongside the man to my left, Gary Forrest, I'm John Baldridge, and coach, a very good matchup tonight. Two teams that come in here with trying to pick up a win. Both teams come with 7 losses. Male has won their last 2. Same thing for Eastern, they've won their last 3. It should be a fun one. What do you expect to see this evening?
Well, as we were talking earlier, John, one of the things I think we're going to see tonight is really a battle of styles. You know, Eastern's going to want to slow it down a little bit, control tempo, and in particular, transition defense. They've got to locate male shooters. Males will shoot pretty much 50% of the time threes. They'll try to run, play fast. The faster you play, the more three-point shots you can attempt.
It's a male team that averages about 70 points a game. Eastern only giving about 60. You talk about that tempo. How do you able to slow that down if you're Eastern?
Well, first of all, Male's going to probably try to press them a little bit to make them play fast, so you handle pressure. And then when you get to the half court, then you make your decision. You don't just jack up quick shots. You're doing them a favor. So what you'll do if you're Eastern is try to use your size factor, score inside. So it's a contrast of styles, you know, and the one a lot of people want to see tonight, Eastern's got a freshman, and he's about 7 foot, and every game he plays, he gets better, so it'll be interesting how effective he can be.
You talk about Precious Sam, who averaged about 6 points a game, but had 14 in the last action on 12 rebounds in the win for Eastern earlier this week. Eastern is 6-2 at home this year. Male is 4-1. How do you think that plays tonight?
Well, once again, in Louisville, it's hard to say. You know, Male was riding a pretty good win streak, doing good things in their last game out against Ballard. Just kind of laid an egg. You know, you had maybe some kids that were overlooking things. You know, we're in February. Now is time you start fine-tuning, getting ready for the district tournaments. Because if you don't, you're playing it with a short season.
Coach and I will have some interviews coming up shortly. Stay with us on the countdown and tip-off as we get set tonight. It should be a fun one between Eastern and Male here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Male. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available.
Downers, we get set at Eastern High School. I'm back on the Glycod pregame show. John Baldridge catching up with the male head coach and Tim Hayward. Tim, you guys come in at 14-7 on the year. You're shooting the ball very well this year at a 49% clip, only giving up about 60 points a game, averaging 73. What do you expect to see in this matchup tonight between these two teams?
Well, it's going to be a tough game. They got a really good point guard, number 4, terrific player, and then they got size where they go 6'5", 7 feet. And, they want to play a game in the 40s and make it a possession game where they make 15 to 20 passes. We're going to try to speed it up and try to play as fast as possible so we can get more possessions in the game.
We just talked about it. You guys in your 7 losses here, only losses by 28 points total. You're 4-1, though, in games that have come down to 10-point games this year. What has it been like when down the stretch in those last minutes to find those victories?
Yeah, we've lost a few of them. We've lost 4 games by 1 possession, and it comes down to the little things. It comes down to blocking out, rebounding the ball, taking care of it, not taking bad shots. All the little things matter. Transition defense had been a problem early. Hopefully we got that. We've really worked on that a lot, so hopefully we're getting better each game.
You talked about setting the tempo fast and going quick. You're led by Cole Leland. He's your leading scorer, averaging 23 points a game. What have you liked from him only as a sophomore?
Well, he's got great composure. He's a competitor, a terrific shooter, but his ball handling and his quickness takes him to another level. He can create shots for himself and others. I'm challenging him to make other guys. He leads us in assists as well, but I think he can even up it more, but just passing the ball early in the game and setting guys up.
A couple more, then we'll get you out of here. You're 4-1 on the road this year. What have you seen on the road, and is it hard to win against the Eastern team? And they set the tempo fast, only giving up about 60 points a game. You're average 73. How are you able to come out of here with a win?
Well, it's harder to speed a game up than slow one down. So they've got the advantage there of playing slow, especially with no shot clock. And so, what we have to do is we got to play every possession. I know it's cliche, but we got to have the mindset and respect our opponents and know that every team in this region can beat us on any given night. If we do that and we compete hard, well, it's always good to be able to shoot the ball well too. So if we do those things, I like our chances.
Finally, you have 4 seniors on this team. What have you liked from them? And you guys have won the last 6 times over this Eastern Eagles team, so you have the advantage in that category.
Our seniors are tough. They've given us a great senior leadership. I think it starts with our 2 cap, Max and Terrence, and they played for me. Max started last year, Terrence started for us last year, and so those 2 seniors have played a lot of basketball games, and we've been to 3 out of the last 4 state tournaments, so they've had a lot of experience in big games.
Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
That's Tim Hayward. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment on the countdown to tip-off on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Eastern High School on Glycod tonight as we get set for this matchup. With Gary Forrest, I'm John Baldridge. This game running a little late, a triple hitter, so we're about 4 minutes or so before the girls' game ends in varsity action between the Bulldogs and the Eagles get set for this final game of this triple hitter tonight. And we look at the keys to this matchup, Gary. For both of these teams trying to come in with a win, both teams sitting above 500. For Male, they're 14-7. For Eastern, they're 15-7. What catches your eye in this matchup?
Well, the biggest thing, John, is a contrast of styles. You know, Male is going to want to get the ball and get it out and go, you know, up and down, shoot a lot of threes, you know, an up-tempo transition type of game. And if you're Eastern, that's one of the things you probably don't want them to do. So there's things you can do to maybe slow Male down. Obviously, you have to recognize, you know, you have to locate your men, particularly the three-point shooters. Offensively, offensive transition, we call it. Push the ball if you're Male. Shoot a lot of threes. You know, maybe half of their shots are going to be three-pointers. You're going to limit turnovers because that means you have more shots in your possessions. And, you know, it's a battle really between teams that are battle-tested. They both played very good schedules.
We talk about an Eastern team. They score a lot, don't score a lot of points, about 60. Male scores 70. But if you're Eastern, you just want to breathe. And they're able to do that with their leadership. They have 7 seniors. Just talked to Tim Hayworth. They only have 4. With more seniors, more leadership, you're starting 4 of those seniors for this Eagles team. Is that going to play an advantage here tonight, having some veteran leadership on the floor?
Oh, I think so. You know, once again, ball handling is a big thing. If you're Eastern and you can handle the ball, then you can play at the pace you want to. If you have size, you can command the boards. And if you command the boards, you play at the tempo you want to. So, contrasting styles. One team wants to play fast. One team would rather play it a little slower.
We just talked about it on our open. Precious Sam, he's 6'11". He's a freshman. He had 12 points on Wednesday night when they beat Fern Creek on 12 rebounds. What have you liked from him, and how does he progress in his 3 years he has left here after this season?
Well, what I like about him is every time he passes here, he blocks out the lights a little bit. You know, he's a true 7-footer. You know, and what he is as a freshman, usually their bean poles are very thin. He's got a pretty good rack on him, and I like his disposition. He has an understanding what his job is playing inside. He scores points. He blocks shots. He rebounds, and I guess the word is sky's the limit for him.
Both of these teams shoot very well. Male at a 49% clip, Eastern at a 48% clip. Does one team come out with a better defensive approach here tonight and try to slow down the tempo? We talk about the tempo, slowing it down both ways. You able to speed it up if you're Eastern, and then you try to just set the tempo slowly if Male? How is the coaching portrayed both ways in that matchup?
Well, first of all, you have two excellent coaches. Both guys have been in it a while. They both had successes. One guy's been in the state tournament 4 or 5 times. The other guy won a state championship when he was at home, Coach Hensley. So, you got two really good coaches. Now, as good as coaches you may be, your kids have to follow what the game plan is. So it'll be interesting who's able to grasp the game plan of choice and follow that.
Male was 5-3 in the month of January. As we get to February now, Eastern finished at 7-2. Once you get to February, does the speed up momentum kind of like, this is time to start winning basketball, play in your head a little more?
Well, the first 2 months have all been about getting your team ready for February. By now you have an idea of which kids are going to play, what their roles are, and kids have an idea of what their roles will be. Now, sometimes they don't want to maybe accept it because maybe their playing time is lessened. But what's happened in February, you're starting to get ready for the district tournament because we're only 3 weeks away.
Both of these teams looking for a win tonight. It should be a fun one. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by IBEW. Local 369, power up your potential. And tonight's broadcast is authorized by Glycod Media with the production rights of Glycod Media here at Eastern High School. Our aim at Glycod is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you very much for joining us. We got a little more to come on the pregame show as my coach catches up with the head coach of Eastern next. You're listening to high school basketball here on Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
(1965) Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
There you go. This is Gary Forrest coming to you live from Middletown, Kentucky, where tonight the Eastern Eagles play host to the Male Bulldogs. I'm here with Coach Dave Hensley. And, Coach, got your hands full tonight.
They're awful good. They shoot it really well. They shoot about 25 threes a game and hit about 10 a game. So we know we have to get out and cover three-point shooters, but they're also good enough to go around you on the dribble, so they create a lot of problems.
Tempo game, Dave?
I mean, yeah, we'd like to, but they're going to try to force the issue. They're going to get it out and go, so we have to get back and they can get buckets and set their press. And we're going to have a hard time controlling the tempo. But yeah, we want to.
They love shooting the three, as you mentioned earlier. Anything in particular you want to try to do to maybe cut that down some?
I mean, you really have to try to contain penetration, because when they penetrate, you know, it's the same as it was 25, 35 years ago. When you penetrate, your defense helps, and it leaves shooters open. So, you know, it's almost like basketball. The most important thing today is containing the dribble penetration. So, I mean, that's what we talk about. We want to try to do that, but, you know, they want to try to get in the paint. It's almost that eternal struggle.
I think the common phrase today is penetrate and kick.
No doubt. I mean, we do it. I don't think we do it as well as they do, but I think we do some things better than they do. So we'll have to try to use the things that we do well and utilize those.
But David, you've been in this game a long time, so I'm sure you'll have something, maybe a little surprise or such for him tonight. Good luck to you, and hopefully good things will happen. This is Gary Forrest coming to you live from Eastern High School, where tonight it's Eastern versus Male on Glycod.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here tonight at Eastern High School as the teams have hit the floor after the conclusion of the varsity girls game, and Male taking on the Eastern Eagles in a very good matchup. Both teams coming in with winning records. Back here alongside Gary Forrest, I'm John Baldridge on the Countdown to Tip-Off show here in Louisville on Glycod. We look at the all-time series in this matchup, and there's been some really good teams for both of these programs in the past. Look, all-time series, Male has led it 21-15 in the 36 times they met. Just what has caught your eye and year in and year out between these two programs?
Well, they're always competitive, John. That's your key. You know, Middletown used to be its own little Bergen stuff, and you had them in the 7th region. Male one time was in the 6th, now in the 7th, you know. So they would play each other. Both of them rich basketball tradition.
We talked about the keys to the game. Who are the key players you're keeping an eye on? You got to talk about the leading scorer, Sam Locke, averaging 15 for Eastern. Cole Elin averaging over 23 for this Male team. But who are those keys you're looking for the players, meanwhile, for both teams in this matchup?
Well, let's take a look at Male, the visiting team first. You know, obviously Elin is the guy that gets everybody's attention. You know, he's averaging in the mid-20s. Great three-point shooter. You know, his brother played. He's a walk-on player this year at Western Kentucky. And when he gets hot, you know, he's almost virtually unstoppable. At the same time, there are other people to look at. Jason Gasaway is kind of the guy.
You don't remember the final score of the girls' game?
That averaged
the final score of the girls' game. You don't remember
and 6 rebounds. So he gives them that inside presence. And if you help off of him, he can still stick the three-pointer. You know, Terrence Hall averages 11 points a game, does a great job playing off. You got a football player that's probably a better football player than basketball player, but don't tell him that, you know, in Max Gainey. Small in stature, but he's fast, and he's the guy that sets the table. Dribble drive, penetrate to the 3 shooters. So those are the players from Male. When you go over to the eastern side, you take a look at Sam Locke. You know, averages 15 points a game, 7 rebounds, kind of an old school player, just kind of gets down and dirty. And when the night's over, he's got 15, 20 points. They've got another double-figure score, and Jack Damon averages 11 a game, and 2 or 3 other of the starters close to 10. So great balance in Eastern scoring.
You named almost every player for each team there, but you talk about the starting lineups in this matchup, and one of those guys you talk about was the Glycod Player of the Year for Kentucky football, and Max Gainey. We'll look at the starting lineups for both teams now. First for Male, and our projected starters for tonight, the 6'2 sophomore, as we mentioned, Cole leading their leading scorer, averaging 23 points a game, had 40 back on the 22nd of December against North Oldham. Terrence Hall expected to start also tonight. The senior 6'2 forward, averaging about 11 points per game. Jason Gasaway averaging 9 points a game, also their leading rebounder with 6.3 rebounds per game, getting his 21st start projected tonight. He will start at forward for this Bulldogs team. Max Gainey, as we mentioned, the Glycod Player of the Year for football, has 57 catches on over 10,000 yards and 20 touchdowns for the Bulldogs. He's expected to start tonight for this Male team, averaging 8.3 points per game, the 5'11 senior, and rounding out the starting 5 for the head coach Tim Hayworth in his 6th season will be Jordan Mitchell, expected, the 6'2 junior, starting at guard, averaging over 6 points per game. Meanwhile, for Eastern, they will go with Sam Locke, their leading scorer, averaging 15.2 points a game, also their leading rebounder with 6.6 rebounds per game, getting his 23rd start tonight at 14 this week against Fern Creek, and he'll try to lead the way for the Eagles tonight. Also, Jack Doan will get started, the 6'1 senior, averaging 11 points per game, getting his 20th start on the season, had 9 at a career high back against Fern Creek on the 30th. Josh Brock will also start, the 6' sophomore, averaging 8.8 rebounds per game in his 21st start of the year. Tyler Freeman will start, the 6'4 senior. As we mentioned, 7 seniors on this Eastern team. Freeman averaging 8.9 points per game on 3.2 rebounds, shooting 33% from the field. And rounding out the starting 5 projected to start tonight is Sam Bird, the senior, 6 foot, averaging 5.5 rebounds per game. Also keep an eye on Precious Sam. He might get the start tonight. As we mentioned, had 14 points against Fern Creek earlier this week on 12 rebounds. We'll keep an eye on that and what David Hindley wants to do, the head coach of this Eastern team coming up. About 12 minutes or so before we get this thing started here on the east side of Louisville tonight at Eastern High School. As we'll come back, diving in some more here on the Countdown to Tip-Off show on GlideCon.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here tonight as we get set for this matchup about 6 minutes before we have the national anthem and the starting lineups between the male Bulldogs and the Eastern Eagles. And Coach, when you look at this matchup, for a male team, they have a couple guys that go both ways, not just with basketball, they also play football. How hard is it to play both sports?
Well, haven't had to deal with that in 33 years of coaching. You've got to give them time. And they're such competitors. When they come out of football, they want to go right into basketball because they don't want to get behind. And, forever I would say take a week off. And most kids that are dual sport players won't because they're just so competitive. And they block and tackle for about the first 3 or 4 games, but as time goes on, they transfer over. And if they're a good enough athlete to be a two-sport, they understand that.
Finally, this male team in Tin Hayworth has never lost to Eastern in his 6 years he's been here. They're 6-0 in the last 6 matchups, winning last year over this Eastern team on February 3rd, 75-61. What has led to the dominance for the Bulldogs in this competition recently?
Well, it would be easy to point out that, male's been to the state tournament the last 2 years. So, they were awfully good then and they proved it. But, sometimes the matchups just favor you and such. And I think he's probably had a little more athleticism. And let's not forget the successes that Male has had in football. And I'm a big proponent because I think success in the previous sport leads right into your sport. And I think those are the little things people don't look at.
We're just about set, about 4 minutes before we get this thing started. We thank you very much for spending your evening. I know we have an early spring, as the Groundhog Phil said today, and we're about 4 minutes before we get this thing going. Thank you very much. On Glycod here at Easton, we'll be back for the tip shortly.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Eastern as the team's making their way to the benches. We're just about set. It was a little bit of a delay. They had a triple hitter here tonight at Eastern High School. The girls' game finished up with Mail getting the 76-41 win in varsity action. Just about set for varsity action on the boys' side between Eastern and Mail. Both teams coming in with winning records. As we mentioned earlier, Mail is 14-7, winning their last 2. Eastern 15-7. They've won their last 3. It should be a fun one. Back here with the coach, Gary Forrest. I'm John Baldridge. And, Coach, what are your final comments before we get this thing rolling tonight?
A chess match, up tempo versus let's slow them down tempo. So it'll be whoever can get to that point first, I think, gets in the first blow.
Should be fun. We're about to have the national anthem and the starting lineups. So we'll take a quick break. Stay with us, and we'll have the tip next here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now, courtside for...
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
we're set for basketball tonight between Eastern and Male here at Eastern High School as we get underway on this February 2nd, 2022. We meet tonight's officials. It will be Montano, Kittrell, and Saxe as the Eagles in their white jerseys. Male will wear the black as we get set for basketball from center court. The tip is up and we're underway alongside Gary Forrest. Once again, I'm John Baldridge as Male belongs with the first possession tonight. And what do you expect to see here to start?
Well, right now, straight man-to-man on Eastern's behalf.
Inside all the way down to the block and laying it in is Keyshawn Jordan. Was expected to come off the bench getting the start, and the junior center gets the first bucket as Eastern throws it away, and it's back to the Bulldogs.
Unforced turnover by the Eagles. Not exactly the way Coach wanted to start this thing.
Males lost their last 3 of 4, but winners of their last 5 of 8. As Eastern's won their last 3, coming off a win earlier this week against Fern Creek.
Open post offense.
Inside, Elin, their leading scorer, and he'll make it. Got into the lane, and it's a quick 4-0 start for the Bulldogs.
Full court, man-to-man by Male, trying to create that up-tempo that they want to see.
A big crowd here tonight, a triple header. We got underway late. Thank you for joining us on Glycod as this is deflected out. And still some trouble. Eastern hasn't got it across the half-court line yet.
No, and once again, we see Male trying to push tempo right from the beginning.
Eastern 7-2 in the month of January as we get to February now. Male went 5-3 in that month of January. Both teams with winning records. Both teams with 7 losses. Inside all the way down to the block and fouled underneath the hoop. Going up strong there was Sam Locke, the leading scorer, and he'll head to the stripe.
Locke took it from the wing. He's built very compact. Had no fear as he took it in there.
Locke starting his 23rd game tonight. And a great free throw shooter, 71%, and he'll make the first. A big student section behind him here at Eastern on this early February night, Groundhog's Day here in Louisville. And 2 for 2 there for Locke.
Eastern will back it up and look to play the passing lanes and get out on the three-point shooters. Note, if you will, Male hasn't taken the 3 early. Everything's been dribble drive.
Gasaway to the corner. That student section alive and well here on this Friday night. Up top, Gainey has it. Gainey trying to get into the lane. He'll kick it underneath, and a nice dish right under the hoop from the block. Jordan lays it in, and it's 6-2.
Jordan has really been playing well here this last part of January, and we see why. Great physical athlete.
Jordan already with 4, and a bad pass taken away there, and a chance to go ahead and lays it in. Oh, almost got right down to the cup, but staying with it underneath. And what a move by Male to stay with that basketball with Terrence Hall after his miss and grabbed a second chance. We got a foul on the Eagles on the other end as that's on Doan. Team first foul, first on Eastern. And with 6:07 left, the first sub will be made as Jordan will take a seat. Fast tempo, that's what we talked about in the pregame show.
Right now, Male got the tempo they want.
Eastern's want to slow it down inside all the way, using the baseline, and Elin makes his first bucket tonight. Give him 4, actually, and it's 8-2. To the corner, Locke trying to get into the lane, gets it taken away.
Turnover number 3 by the Eagles early here in the first quarter.
Gainey trying to use baseline on the other end, swings it across. A 3-ball left short. Taken there by Terrence Hall and taken back by Eastern.
That's tough coming right in the game. Get that shot off early. Another turnover by the Eagles.
On the other end, Hall trying to go full steam ahead, gets down to the block, lays it in, and has a chance from one more. Terrence Hall only averaging 11 a game, but right there will have a chance for an and one opportunity.
Well, we see the first blink. Coach Hensley seen enough. Talk about trying to get out to a quick lead. Male's done that, 10-2.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
It had to have been a little bit of change from the players you get year in and year out between the two programs.
Very much so. I was fortunate to see them play in the regional tournaments a couple of times while scouting them for the 8th region, and then see them again in the state tournament and coaching some of his kids in summer ball. They just very, very athletic. They like to play fast, press, reach, grab, whatever.
All adds the and one, and a quick 11-2 start here for the Bulldogs on the road. Hale on the road this year is 4-1, and they are trying to keep that going here early in this first quarter. To the corner. Back up top with Sam Locke. Everything set up high right now. Under 5 now left in this first quarter. 3 minutes in. Tyler Freeman trying to get inside on a bad pass.
Out of bounds.
Thrown away and back.
Well,
Bulldogs.
There's one of their pressure releases trying to beat the overplay on the wing. They tried to get a quick back cut, just overthrew the man, who if he catches it, it's a layup, but if not, it's a turnover. Turnover number 5 for the Eagles here midway through the first quarter.
Up top they have with Max Gainey, two-sport athlete who was the Glycod Player of the Year in high school football. He has it high at the top of the arc, gets inside the lane, a beautiful dish down to the block left side, and a nice lay-in there by Hall.
John, that's what Gainey does. He sets the table for the others. So we wondered when he would come in.
And a quick sub going to be made here by this Eastern team, as they're going to bring Precious Sam into the ball game early, the freshman.
Well, he shows he's a freshman. He checked in. Unfortunately, he didn't check in with the score.
Sam 6'11", had 14, his career high on Wednesday night. And a turnover there back to Mail, and a sloppy start here early for the Eagles. And if you're Tim Hayward, this is exactly what you wanted. Setting the tempo, getting the shots you want, getting inside the lane. And Hal, looks like we're going to see maybe a zone drop back to here.
Well, what they're trying to do is match up, but they know they can't leave shooters alone, and there's a case right there. Quickly closed out on Edlin.
Back to Gainey. He'll go right side. A kick underneath again. This time it's Antonio Harris, and he's fouled in the lane, and he'll go to the line.
See, John, and our viewers out there, what Mail's trying to do right now, everything's on the drive because Eastern is content to push them off the three-point line. But what happens is Mail does a great job of dribble, drive, and then when you collapse, they kick it back out. Right now, they've just been able to finish with layups. Later on, you'll see them kicking back out and then shooting threes.
Harris, the junior, 5'11" guard, 71% free throw shooter, and he'll go 1 for 2 there and make it a 12-0 lead here early, 12-point lead here early for Mail.
See, already Mail's used 8 players, so they're trying to keep fresh guys on the floor and keep that pressure on Eastern.
They get it across over to Sam Bird, and he's fouled. No, he stepped on the line. Stepped on the sideline and back. The 4th turnover already here on the Eagles.
Well, that's just a case of Mail's got them pushed all the way out, and it's not a case where Sam's usually playing, and I think maybe didn't realize where his feet were.
Well, they've already burned a timeout. Down 12, you got to get a stop, and up top they have it with Terrence Hall. He'll hand it off to Elin, a dish on inside to Harris. The free throw line, good passing, and Jason Gassaway knocks it down from 15.
Timeout Eastern.
A 14-point lead, 3:47. A timeout, the second one used by Eastern. We'll take a timeout also. Be back in a moment on Glycod.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
An Eastern team that comes into this matchup, welcoming you back, only averaging about 60 points a game. Mail coming in averaging 73. And right now, Mail with the 16-2 lead early here in this first quarter. Eastern gets it across.
Once again, Mail running a man at the guard to force the quick pass.
Freeman up top. Everything slowly moving around the perimeter as the Eagles trying to get it inside.
Note, if you will, John, nothing below the free throw line. They've really kept them outside.
Bird back up top, gets it to Locke. They're going to use the time with the no shot clock. And Bird gets it taken away. That was Locke, and it stays with in the corner, though. Eagles get it back to Locke. Sam Locke, the senior, gets inside, draws contact as he got into the paint, and he'll head to the line. Sam Locke, their leading scorer, shooting around 56% per game, averaging 15 points per game, and a 71% free throw shooter, has led this team this year, really in all categories. Also leads them in rebounding for this Eagles roster. But he misses the first for the line, and you got to make free throws when you're down 14.
Well, you know, John, Locke showing a little frustration. Had the ball knocked off of him, and he turns to the official to say something, thinking the ball was going out of bounds. Fortunately for him, his teammate was able to save the ball, and he ends up getting fouled. But you can see the frustration mounting.
David Henley, in his 12th season here at Eastern, already used his 2 timeouts. It's an Eastern team that has struggled in the last 6 years, losing the last 6 to Mail. And inside all the way down to the block, second chance no good there by Jordan, and it's taken back by Eastern. And Locke getting across the half-court line, and he's fouled. A little pressure. And that tempo we've seen early. Mail getting right down to the cup, but not able to make the layup. 3 fouls on each team here with 2:52 left in the first. And they'll throw it in. Sam Locke gets it back up top. And double team to get it across the Bird. Inside, back to Locke to the corner. Looking for him was Tyler Freeman, and it's deflected out off the Bulldogs.
Mail does a great job sprinting back from their front line pressure and getting a hand on the ball. This is 3 times they've done that. The other 2 times they were able to steal it.
Mail only giving up about 60 points per game. Inside, going in as Freeman. His shot off the rim is no good, but Locke right there for the second chance opportunity. The second bucket for Eastern. Up top, Gainey has it. He'll swing into the corner. 3 ball by Elin, no good, off the back of the rim. And it's deflected out. Going for it there was Keyshawn Jordan for Mail, and it falls off the hands of the Eagles. Jordan has some size, 6'6" down there in his junior season. We'll see that plays an advantage on the 6'11". Precious Sam, the 3 ball, and a chance for one more on the inbounds. Max Gainey from the corner, and that's a way to respond.
Gainey, not known for his three-point shooting ability, not only knocks down the 3, a chance for the unusual 4-point play. Lands in the middle of the male student body section, who gave him high fives all around.
Gainey, as you mentioned, only shooting 38% from the line. Adds the and 1 and already 20 on the board here in the first quarter for Mail. Locke going to bring it up for Eastern. Trapp gets it inside and pass ahead, and the dunk and a slam right there for the freshman Precious Sam.
Well, let's see if this maybe puts a little juice in Eastern's sails here.
Elin inside to Freeman. Back out, 3 ball. Gainey, he's got it back to back. Max Gainey.
Well, if Gainey's going to make threes, Eastern's in for a long night.
Getting it across, Josh Brock gets it to Freeman. Freeman inside the paint, pulls up from about 5, and he gets the shooter's bounce. Tyler Freeman, the senior, trying to keep Eastern in the ball game here in the first. Inside they have it with Harris, gets it taken away and taken back by Tyler Freeman. Freeman in the corner, 3-ball, lines it up. No good there by Brock, and it flecks out back to the Bulldogs.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 31, Jason Gassaway.
Gassaway will re-enter as Harris will take a seat. Gassaway getting the start tonight, his 21st on the season. And just what a performance in the first 7 minutes we've seen by this Male team on the road.
Well, they may have had a hard time getting up for their last game, but they certainly didn't for tonight. They've come to play.
Inside, a bad pass, but able to stay with it was the Bulldogs. We got a foul underneath, as this is going to be on Eastern, as Gainey took a little bump, hit the floor. That's going to be on Precious Sam, his second already for the freshman here, and 5 fouls on Eastern in this first quarter. And Gainey will go back to the line. Gainey already 1 for 1 from the line today. Comes in with 69% clip from there and makes the first. As you mentioned, Male comes in off that win against PRP back on the 31st, 73-55, getting to 14-7. Coming into that matchup, they've lost their last 3, so they're able to respond back on Wednesday. 3-ball, got it. What a kick right there by Max Caney. Jordan Mitchell left alone, and it's a quick 19-point lead here in the first. Inside, Sam too strong off the back of the rim, but not able to corral the rebound was Male, and slam dunk right there for Precious Sam.
Well, that's a pretty high percentage shot. He's got 4, and both of them are pretty nice dunks.
Feels like a time you need to stop right here as the crowd gets into it. But Elin able to respond from the elbow. Got right past the 3-point line and pulls up from 15.
The pace is way too fast for Eastern right now.
29-10 if you're just joining us on Glycod. Inside goes Locke. Second chance there by Sam, no good. And back to Gainey for the Male Bulldogs. He'll cross the timeline, get inside, a chance for one more, but an offensive foul. He pushed off, got down inside the lane, but couldn't slow down his body. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Male and back to the Eagles.
Foul on Male's number 5, Max Gainey, his first, team 4th. Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 4, Dash Egan.
Gainey has some size, 5'11", a great wide receiver in his senior season for this Male team, and right there, got inside, but just couldn't slow down his body. $19-point game. Locke's going to get it across with 6 seconds left, and we got a whistle. And this is going to be a foul called from the front side of the court. This is going to go on the Bulldogs.
Foul on Male's number 4, Dash Egan, his first, team 5th.
It's the 5th foul on Male, so that will send Sam Locke to the line here for 2 shots. The first is up and good.
Returning to the floor for the Bulldogs, number 0, Colby, replacing number 1.
Just got to feel like you got to find a way to inch back into this thing slowly here as you get into the second.
Well, you have to be really careful. Eastern, a little bit of fool's gold. They finally got some offense going, but in doing so, they haven't done a good job on the defensive end, so they're just trading out points, and that's not going to, in the end, help them.
Elin gets across, gets into the free throw line, is shot off the front of the rim. Is no good, and after 1 quarter of play, 8 minutes down, it's a 29-12 lead for Male here on the road as we go to the second on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Back as we go to the second in a 29-12 game after one. Mail on top on the road. And they'll get the basketball as Eastern has it. And they'll look inside, right down a beautiful kick. And laying it in was Brock. And it's the first bucket goes to the Eagles here in the second.
Well, fortunately for Eastern, the pass wasn't to the man intended, but the man who caught it scored.
Up top they have it. 30 seconds down here in this second quarter. Inside, going up strong, and the tempo has just been set exactly what they wanted to do for this Bulldogs team here tonight early.
Out of bounds, Eagle ball.
How do you fight back into this thing when you're down? You start so slow, you got to find a way to inch back into it.
Well, to use the old terminology, you have to chip away, and you can't get it all back at once, and if you try to do that, it'll just make things worse. But right now the problem is almost every pass they've thrown, Bale's getting a piece of it.
Both of these teams go fairly deep. Eastern already opened up their bench. They used 2 quick timeouts in that first quarter. Trying to inch back into this thing and make it a ball game.
Well, once again, I wonder about how well Eastern's depth is.
Lock inside the lane, draws contact. They'll head to the line.
They've gone deep, but they've gone deep out of necessity. We got to find something to get it going.
The line for the Eagles, number 10,
While Mail, they're using their bench to keep fresh players on, so 2 different reasons for using lots of players.
Locke, the senior, the leading scorer on this team, misses the first. Locke comes in with a 71% clip from the line. And they've already missed a couple free throws in that first quarter, and you got to find a way to put them home when you're behind. And he'll go 0 for 2 there, but a second chance underneath as Bird was right there to corral the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs.
Well, Locke's missed 4 free throws already, and, you know, right now for a team that's starved for points, you got to make the free ones.
So Eastern will throw it in underneath the Mail hoop and set it back up top. They'll get it to Sam Bird. He's left alone, and he wasn't able to make the 3. Rebound to Mail, and they'll bring it across with Jordan. They'll hand it off over to Elin. Elin gets inside the paint, past defenders, and it's blocked. Sam Bird got a hand on it. Deflect back out to the Bulldogs. Terrence Hall inside. He'll swing it across, and they'll set it back up top with Gasaway. Over to Elin right side. 6:30 left here in this first half. Inside, going a chance for one more. Keyshawn Jordan backed his way home from the block, took some contact, and laid it in. Jordan has been active in that first quarter right there, able to respond.
Big body, and Locke got caught behind him. Now Locke's trying to plead his case to the official out front, but he's having none of that.
David Henley has to be dissatisfied with what he's seen early.
Timeout again.
As he's going to use his 3rd timeout here with 6:24 left in the second. We'll break. We'll be back in a moment in a 33-14 game on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Physically.
Back here is in the second quarter, 6:24 left, and Mayo looking for their 7th straight win over Eastern and had a commanding first quarter. And 2 minutes down here in the second with the 33-14 lead. And Jordan will try to add one more from the line. And he's able to do so to make it a 20-point game. And surprised thoroughly that this thing's kind of played the way it has.
Yeah, very much so. And Mayo's not letting up. You know, a lot of times what happens, one team may start off hot and then kind of let up. That hasn't happened. And to Coach Hayworth's
foul there on Jordan as Mayo's going to make some substitutions.
You know, he's coaching his kids to play every second.
And they got the full court press on, and it's been a struggle here for Eastern to get good shots.
It really has. They'll look to run and double when you get a second.
Doan has it up top. Jack Doan picked up there, and he'll hand it off over to Bird. Everything just way up top. Haven't been able to get inside.
That's, you know, you've got to get pressure releases toward the basket. There it is right there.
All the way in. Sam Locke lays it in, and Locke, their leading scorer, has been proficient here in this second quarter.
Note, if you will, John, they slowed the tempo down. They got what they wanted. You know, they're just going to have to do that and slowly try to reel Mayo back in.
30-foot three there from a long downtown distance was Cole Leland, no good. Going inside and all the way to the cup, laying it in. And what a move. And it's back to cut in half here.
Yep.
3 ball. Got it. Good kick to the corner. And Dash Egan knocks it home from distance. And a timeout used by Mayo. And back to a 19-point game now.
It's a full timeout.
Both of these teams coming in here, a good crowd tonight. Eastern student section has really shown up. Third game of this triple header. And sitting around for a little while, does it play with you at all?
Oh, I think so.
Wait like you had to when this game's supposed to start at 7:30 and doesn't get underway until about 8:30?
Well, and you'll note, if you will, both of the varsity teams, normally they're here by the start of that girls' game. Tonight, a little later. And one of the reasons was, you know, we didn't even get started until about 8:20.
Yeah, it took a long time as the first game went along. The girls' game as Mayo got the 76-41 victory in varsity action. And Mayo right now in this boys' varsity action coming in strong with the 37-18 lead with 5:22 left here in the second. And already a bunch of timeouts used by Eastern. You got to find a way to cut it maybe down to 10 here at half to have a chance, you would say?
I would think so. You know, you just want to end the second quarter if you're Eastern, chipping away at the lead, and on a positive note where you go in at halftime and you've got something to build on.
Eastern will get the basketball, move it the length of the floor. Here on the east side of Louisville tonight, alongside Gary Forrest, I'm John Baldridge. Lock to the corner, 3 ball, got it! Good kick, good pass, and they swung it, and able to knock it home there was Eastern. Inside, and Mayo unable to hang on to it underneath, as losing it there was Terrence Hall, and back to the Eagles.
Replacing number 30, Terrence Hall.
Hall going to take a seat with 5:04 left here in the second. And Eagles going to bring it up, down 16 now. Looking inside there for Bird, and no foul. I thought there was a hold underneath. The student section looking for one, Eastern looking for one, and they're going to award one here as this is going to be on Elin inside. and it's going to stay with Eastern underneath the Mail bucket.
Well, you might want to give the crowd a little bit of applaud for that one. I think they maybe got the call changed right down there in the middle of them, disagreeing with the call.
A packed house here tonight. And Eastern has it up top. They get it. 3-ball from straight on, no good by Todd. And we got another foul, and this one is going to stay here as a foul is going to be assessed on Mail and will be underneath with Eastern again. It's going to be the 5th team foul already here on Mail and puts Eastern at the line.
Number 10, Sam Locke will shoot 2.
Locke will head to the line. And have 2 upcoming. And this first is good. Locke brings a lot of size to this team. A good ball handler, but he can also get down inside and play some post play.
Very much so. You know, he's been more effective tonight on the glass than out on the floor.
Locke had 14 in the win this week against Fern Creek on 5 rebounds.
Got to make those free throws, though. Right now, he's already missed 5 free throws here in the first half.
37-22. Mail on top with 4:33 left here in this first half. To the free throw line. Trying to get inside here is Jordan, and he loses it. Try to back his way home and taken away by the Eagles. They'll cross it with Doan. He'll get inside the paint, and he'll lose it out of bounds. Jack Doan lost it back to Mail, and they'll bring the length of floor.
Turnover number 8 for the Eagles. So, you know, part of their problem is their own inability to hang on to the ball.
Mail with 5 fouls in this second quarter. Eastern only with 1. As Mail has it up top with Elin. He'll get inside the paint, pull from the free throw line, and too strong off the back of the lip. Rebound goes to Eastern, and they'll bring it up. Do so with Foreman. They'll get to Doan over left side. Jack Doan has a step back 3, fades away, and his fires and he misses. Elin grabs the board. Elin going to bring it up and pull up from long distance and knights the net. Nothing but the bottom of the barrel there. 40-22 and an 18-point lead again. And just when Eastern feels like they're back into it, Mail responds as trying to go downhill was Sam Locke, and he loses it, but it's going to be deflected out and stay with the Eagles.
He replaces number 4, Jack Dillon.
Eastern going to make a substitution as they'll throw it in underneath the Mail bucket. Freeman up top. And he'll hand it around and get it set back up top around the logo. No shot clock, but it feels like Eastern's got to get some quicker possessions, and right there another turnover, the 9th of the night. To the corner, 3-ball, got it again. Cole Elin left alone, a beautiful pass there from Max Gainey. And it's a 21-point game now. Going downhill, carving his way home is Sam Bird, and he'll take contact and head back to the line.
Coach Hayworth, not a happy camper on that call. He thought it was all ball, but the Stripes get the final say.
Deshaun Jordan assessed the foul there.
Number 33, Sam Bird will shoot 2.
And Sam Bird, who struggled the line this year, only 31%. His first rattles in and out.
Getting the game for the Bulldogs is number 15, Jordan Mitchell. He replaces Keyshawn Jordan.
And a lot of free throws missed here early, Coach, in this first half.
Yeah,
when Eastern's trying to fight back.
Eastern not helping themselves. They're probably under 50%.
Bird makes the second, goes 1 for 2. But it's a 20-point game. Under 3 left here in this first half. Mail on the road looking for their 5th road win this year. Leading at 43-23. A late start tonight as we got underway at 8:30. Again, started at 7:30 expected as Elin takes a bump outside. It'll be the second foul here on Eastern.
His first, team second.
Both teams bringing in good student sections tonight. Eastern right behind the bench, and Mail brings a lot of fans over from the south side. To the corner, and it's going to deflect out a play, not able to hang on to it was Jordan Mitchell, and it goes back to Eastern.
Unforced turnover, those are the ones that drive a coach crazy, make them pull their hair out, but in Coach Haywood's, we won't have to worry about it.
We thank you very much for joining us on Glycod. Bird to the corner, going baseline all the way down the hill and making the layup. The righty shot falls there for Todd. 43-25. Elin inside. He'll get into the paint. He'll lose it. Taken away out of his hands, stolen away there by Sam Locke. Freeman crossed the timeline. To the corner, they'll set it back up. Trying to go inside, and they'll get it back over to Sam Locke. Under 2 left here in this first half. 3 ball. Too strong off the back of the iron there. And it goes back as the rebound grabbed by Mail. Maxey hands it off. Gets it to Elin. To Gainey. Gainey lines it up from straight on. No good, but a second chance underneath. And not able to make it there was Harris. And then we got a foul, and this is going to be before Eastern could cross the timeline. It's going to be on Eastern. Back and forth, fast tempo we've seen. Up top, Max Gainey. He'll get inside the paint and a contact as he got into the lane, and we got a foul here on the Eagles.
Miller and Gainey really going at it out front.
That one goes on Isaac Miller. The third on Eastern as they get it in here inside, and Gainey gets it blocked. Taken away and set back up with Freeman. Trying to get inside to Bird, deflected, he'll stay with it. And set it back up top with 1:15 left here in this first half. And a first half that's been all Bulldogs. Todd has it. Back to Freeman. Back to Todd. 1:03 left. They look inside, and it's a bad pass taken away and thrown right into the hands there of Antonio Harris. Up top around the logo, Elin. Under a minute left here in this first half of play, and an 18-point Male Bulldogs lead. Inside all the way into the paint. The 5-footer no good on the righty shot there by Elin. And we got a travel. Locke grabbed the board underneath, but moved his foot. And it looks like Cole Elin a little extracurricular down there after not happy about something. We'll stay with Mail.
Well, Elin thought he got fouled on the shot.
And able to get it right in was Elin to Max Gainey underneath. And a 20-point game once again. And a turnover almost there by Freeman. They'll get ahead. Bird gonna lay it in. Good passing ahead as they got past the Male defense. It's an 18-point game, and they can hold for a final shot as Male brings it across. 10 seconds to go. Elin up top. Man-to-man picked up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He'll get inside the paint, draw contact, lay it off the glass, and one more. Cole Elin, the sophomore, with 0.7 to go. He can't be stopped out here tonight. And this Male team through the first 16 minutes has came to play here on the road, trying to get their 15th win on the season, win their 3rd straight. And they haven't done anything wrong, Coach, in this first 16.
They've, Coach will always find something, but they played a really complete first half. They put enough pressure on. They really forced Eastern out of what they wanted to do.
Elin adds 48 in this first half as we come to an end after 16 minutes, and we go to the break with Male leading 48-27. We'll take a break, have some halftime stats coming up shortly as you're watching high school basketball here in Kentucky on Glycod.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back here at Eastern High School after 16 minutes of play at the break. Mail with the 48-27 lead back with Gary Forrest. I'm John Baldridge. Coach, what you see really impressed you through the first 16 minutes of play for Mail?
Well, I think, John, the thing we talked about in pregame was who could establish the tempo they wanted. Mail left no doubt right from the beginning. They came out, they scored first, and they scored quickly. And when they were able to do that, they jumped into their pressure defense. They were able to turn Eastern over. Eastern with 11 turnovers here in the first half, so they didn't help themselves, and they made Mail's job a lot easier, and they're able to get out to that big lead at the end of the first quarter, and they really haven't looked back.
It's a Mail team, as we mentioned, came in averaging about 73 points per game at 48 right now. Has it just been the coaching that you think the tempo has been the way of the problem, or how does Eastern find a way to say in the locker room they fight back into this thing?
Well, you know, what you have a lot of times, there are just some teams that aren't a good match. And not having seen Eastern play, I now understand why Coach Tinsley was very reserved when we talked to him before the game about things that he hoped to be able to do and such. And, you know, he called 3 quick timeouts to try to get them jump-started. And, you know, they had a little run there in the second quarter, but you have to be careful with Fool's Gold. While they were scoring, they were still giving up points, so that 20-point margin never disappeared.
If you're Eastern, what do you try to take away positive from the first half, and how do you try to take something positive away from this ball game in general?
Well, one of the things you want to try to build on, look, We talked about they were going to pressure you, and they did. And early you did not do a good job of handling it. But as we got in the second quarter, you saw them getting a lot of dribble drives, a lot of back cut, easy layups, because when they take and put all that pressure out on your wings, it's going to give you opportunities inside, and that's where they were able to score. Now, they haven't helped themselves. They're less than 50% from the free throw line. So once again, you're not going to get it all back at once. You have to chip away.
Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. And tonight's first half stats are presented by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors at Ruoff. We'll take a break. At the break right now, we go to the third shortly. It's a 48-27 Bulldogs lead here on Glycott.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
Glycott on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycott.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycott.
Back here at Eastern High School on Glycott as we get set for the third quarter with Gary Forrest. I'm John Baldridge. A commanding first 16 minutes by Mail here on the road, leading it 48-27. And both teams back on the floor now here on this February 2nd, 2024, Groundhog's Day. Coach, you hear Puxatawny Phil saw a shadow today, so we will have a spring coming soon.
It's amazing that I'm up watching the weather this morning at 7 o'clock, and they've already said he's seen his shadow, and I was going,
what time they do it, yeah.
This must be pre-taped.
What do you expect to see from Mail? Come with the same tempo here in this first half?
Well, the hard thing is this, John. they did a great job for the first half of just continually putting pressure on Eastern. They're kids. They look up at the score and they say, we're up 20. Now, I know coaches told them we're not letting up, but we'll see if they can continue to do that.
Male coming in at 14-7, Eastern 15-7. Both teams back in action next Tuesday night here on this Friday evening, and Male has the basketball, and they'll start this third quarter moving it right to left. They'll get it to Hall. Hall back to Elin. To the corner, Hall. Terrence Hall lines it up. Got it.
Deja vu, kind of the way they started.
Terrence Hall answered from distance, had 24, and a season high back on December 5th at Fern Creek right there. Answered from long range. And a quick start and already 50 on the board here, but inside, Eastern responds on the other end as they get all the way inside with Tyler Freeman. The two-sport athlete, Max Gainey, one of the best players in the state in football, hands it off over to Elin up top, and Elin's going to take some contact from behind, and that's going to be the first foul on either team, and May will throw it in underneath.
You know, as a coach, those are the things that drove me nuts. They've let them play. It's been a pretty physical game, and then they call a little tic-tac call like that out front.
Everything Males wanted to do under their head coach, Tim Hayworth, looking for his 7th win and his 6th win in his 6th season over this Male team, as answering right there was Cole Elin. And he has dominated this series against this Eastern team when he's taken them on. And that's the same story here tonight through the first 18 minutes of play. Freeman hands it off the lock, now to the other side. Gets it to inside, looking back for Freeman, and we got a foul. This is going to be underneath on the Bulldogs, and they will go to a stripe.
On the Bulldogs, number 30, Terrence Hall, his second.
It's going to go on Terrence Hall as Freeman will head to the line.
For the Eagles is number 3, Tyler Freeman. He'll shoot 2.
Freeman coming in, a team that came into this ball game shooting from the free throw line very well. Freeman at a 72% clip. But a lot of free throws missing that first half, and Freeman misses the first right there.
Well, you know, we addressed that at halftime. They're not helping themselves with turnovers and missed free throws.
It's the simple things. You got to find a way to practice this stuff, and Freeman goes 1 for 2 there, but it's a 23-point game. Up top, they have it. Gassaway going to hand it off. Gets it to Hall. Terrence Hall trying to get into the paint. He'll dish inside and dunk. Hammered it home, Keyshawn Jordan. And Elin takes it away, goes up strong, took some contact, no foul. But everywhere the tempo, fast played right now by the Bulldogs. Inside on the other end, carving his way to the hole is Jack Doan. And it's 59-32. 6 and change left here in the third. Working baseline, getting underneath the hoop is Elin, and he'll take some contact. The second foul here on Eastern. We've seen a lot of fouls in this ball game by both teams.
Very much so, you know, and Male has established that from the beginning, you know, by getting up close and personal, if you will. And, you know, Eastern trying to emulate that, but I'm not sure they have the same sort of athleticism.
They get it in. 3 balls, got it. They threw it right into Jason Gassaway. Gassaway, a 35% three-point shooter. Hammered it home from distance. And a cruising lead for Male. Locke has it at the free throw line. He'll hand it off, gets it back. Now over to Freeman. He'll swing to the corner. Doan. Inside, down low, getting into Sam. The freshman pulls up from 5, fading away. He shot at the front of the rim, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Elin from the corner, off the front of the lip, no good. Misses both ways, and the rebound goes to Eastern as they'll bring it up with 5 to go here in this third quarter. Owen using the sideline, pulls up from 10 and knocks it down. Just trying to find some life here and bring their student section into it as they've waited around all afternoon for this basketball game. In a game right now that's been all male, leading it 58-34. Inside again, they're looking here for Jordan. He'll miss it. Had it on the right block, and it's taken away by the Eagles.
Elin, good job on the pick and roll. Waiting for his big man. He just wasn't able to finish it out.
Sam, a good kick to the corner. 3-ball right side, and he's got it. Sam Locke answers from long range. Jordan back inside. The corner, Elin gonna line one up for 3. Had some time, but not able to make it. Trying to cut it in under 20 here, Eastern, and they'll swing into the corner to Freeman. Freeman using the baseline left side down to the left block, gets past defenders. He'll take some contact from behind after he missed the layup, and he'll head back to the charity stripe. I like what I've seen tonight from Tyler Freeman, even with the losing and the struggle we've seen from Eastern.
Very much so. You know, he's played under control for the most part and played with a purpose.
Freeman makes the first there. Freeman, a senior, 6'4", at a season high of only 4 back at 21 at Fern Creek. And right now trying to add one more at the lining, cut it under 20. And he'll get the second to rattle home. 19-point game. Inside, trying to go down inside the paint there is Elin, and it's deflected out off of Eastern. If Male wins this game, they get to 15-7 on the year as they get inside again and contact once again. Down to the block, left side this time. Going up strong was Jason Gassaway, and that's going to be on Eastern. The third foul here on the Eagles, and back the line go the Bulldogs.
Having watched Gassaway last year, the thing that strikes me right off the bat is he's really filled out and looks a lot more aggressive and still got that good stroke. You know, he's one of the ones, he'll step out and shoot the 3. It doesn't bother him.
It's a tough seventh region, and Male right now sits at 4-2 in region play. Eastern at 3-2. And David Hindley, not what you wanted to do come out here early on in this ball game.
No, not at all. And what makes you wonder is, just Trinity, I think, is that other 7th region team that nobody's talking about. Coach Sabo's taking a leave of absence for some health issues. We wish him the best. And in his absence, one of the Saxton twins who played at Trinity back a few years ago, now running the ship, and they're playing well right now.
Well, I don't have any bias, but I did go to Trinity High School, so I hope they keep winning. And I hope Saxton does well. We hope the best, of course, for Mike Zabo, who was my teacher back a couple years at Trinity, and the health and PE classes he does there, and we hope he gets healthy and gets back with the program. A 20-point game. And if we talk about games that have been dominating, I haven't seen one like this year as Sam throws it away. And Male has just been all over the floor tonight and done everything right.
Well, the big freshman, there'll be better days. It's a live and learn scenario. He's got his head down now after throwing that errant pass.
Hindley talked a lot about the head coach of Eastern in his pregame comments as they get inside here. Jordan's going to take some contact but travel first. And this will go back to Eastern as Keyshawn Jordan turns it over. But we get back to the comment. David Hindley in his 12th season talked a lot about this Male team. They shoot about 25 threes a game, make about 10. That's something hard to stop when the tempo's been the way Male's won it the whole night. 3-ball, no good there. a chance by Doan. It's back to Mail. Still a 59-39 game. Inside on the other end lane and carving his way home is Gassaway.
Well, John, you mentioned Mail shooting a lot of threes, but what they do that a lot of people aren't aware of, they started out the night's game, everything was inside, forcing you to collapse inside, and when you did that, you left the outside shooters. Then it was ball inside, kick out for the three. So that's how they set their threes up for this game.
The big man, Precious Sam, the freshman, able to lay one in. As Elon has it, Cole Elon triple team, gets it back up top to Gassaway. Now hands it off over to Jordan. Jordan has it high on the elbow. Hands it off to Dash Egan. Egan inside the paint. He'll get it back out to Gassaway and gets it blocked. A good stop there by Eastern. And they'll bring it across the half-court line. 1:50 to go here in the third. We thank you very much, as always, joining us on this Tuesday night on Glide Cup. Tyler Freeman, high on the left side. Hands it off over to Locke. Back to Doe into the corner, using the baseline here. Goes Locke, and he'll swing it across. Skip past the corner, no good. Underneath, Sam tries to corral the board, and Precious Sam called for the travel.
Turnover number 3 for Eastern, so they've cut the turnover margins down, but still that 20-point deficit.
You talked about this is the first time you've seen Eastern this year. Same story for me. What have you seen from Precious? And we talked about in the pregame show, the freshman, 6'11". What have you seen you liked and disliked from him out there on the floor tonight?
Good hands. Right now he's just in a learning situation, and coach is bringing him off the bench, which he should, and you just feed him minutes and keep getting positive minutes out of him. You build his playing time up.
Gainey downhill, tried to carve his way home and lost it out of bounds. Back to Eastern.
There's a great example right there. The presence of Precious, that's a mouthful.
He'll check out, by the way.
Made Gainey have to think twice about shooting it, and he ends up making a turnover.
Well, it looked like Precious was going to check out, but Sam will stay in the ball game. 20-point game, 61-41. With 1:03 to go here in the third, and the Eastern has it. Up top, they do so. Picked up by Gainey, getting downhill, trying to go home as Doan got down to the block right side and lost out of bounds. It will stay with the Eagles, though, underneath. Mail leads the all-time series. These teams have faced 36 times, Mail winning 21 of those 36 as the Bulldogs make some substitutions. And Eastern will throw it in, looking inside for Sam, and he takes some contact. It's going to be a foul on Mail.
Well, Gassaway knew the big one would flash through the ball. Tried to beat him to the spot, but just a little bit late.
Both teams playing their first game of the month of February here tonight as they try to look for Locke, and a bad pass taken away. Stolen by Landon Cohen, and we got a whistle. And it looks like Gassaway is slow to get back to the bench as he took some contact. Right here in front of us, fighting for a loose ball. I think he got cracked right across the forehead with an elbow. Inadvertent, and officials were quick to stop play. Gassaway will check out. Jason Gassaway will make the way to the end of the bench with 43 to go here in this third quarter. Max Gainey has it up top, the senior. So we mentioned 4 seniors on this Mail team, 7 for Eastern. Team's led on a lot of leadership, and it's been Mail tonight. And an over to back there is a bad pass and a turnover on the Bulldogs. You try to just take something away positive from this ball game. With 8 minutes to go as we head to the fourth here shortly for Eastern, and it's been a struggle to find anything. Well, if there's anything, you look over moral victories and such. Eastern's played them even here this quarter.
but unfortunately a lot of the damage was done. As I say that, they turned the ball over.
Bad pass, and able to hammer it home. A chance for one more. Precious Sam pushed him in the back, and able to do so, Antonio Harris, as he fires up the road student section. A bad pass that led to a slam, and we're going to have a technical foul as Harris a little chirping after the play. And I believe the technical is on Antonio Harris. That is correct, with 15.7 left here in the third. And a 22-point game, and that's uncalled for. As it looks like May will make some substitutions, as Harris will shoot one at the line. And the lefty's free throw is good. Not the execution that you won tonight for Eastern, though. A struggle to get the ball where they've wanted it. And right there, a slam dunk because of it. Free throw coming on the other end, though, falls. And one more coming for Eastern. Todd's second is up and good. And with 15.7 left here in the third, it's a 21-point game now. 64-43. And all you can say, this is kind of Mayle's brand of basketball, though. They're going to fight for every inch, and that's exactly what they've done through the first 24 minutes.
Well, Coach Hayworth's not going to let them relax.
Long three, Todd's got it from way up top. And that's how the third quarter will come to an end. It's a 64-46 game with 8 to go. We'll come back and have the fourth here shortly as Male on top on Glycott.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind to wet, not just blinds. Blind to wet, not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast by sharing knowledge and professional guidance.
Eastern gets it in as we go to the fourth. A 64-46 lead for Male. They've led the whole way through.
And still pressuring it. Playing like the score is 0-0.
Back with the coach. I'm John Baldridge, and inside looking to get it to Sam underneath, and it deflects out of play.
Right now, John, every pass by Eastern is an adventure. Male has not given up, up 20, and they're still playing hard.
And their coach was not happy after that into the third quarter. You get a little chirping on the sideline. We're right down here in front of it. Sam gets it in at the free throw line. He'll kick to the corner. Pass defender, pulls up, and knocking it down. Got past his offender and made the 15-footer there as Eastern. 64-48. Gainey has it up top. He'll swing it over to Hall, back to Gainey. Over to Gassaway. Gasaway into Elin. He'll get inside the paint, past defenders, and pulls up, and his righty shot falls from 5. 66-48.
Mail up 20, still as if it's 0-0, right up in their man's face. Excellent man-to-man defense.
And almost a steal there by Elin. Looking inside, trying to get it to Sam. Saved up top by Eastern. And they'll get it into Precious Sam. Sam trying to swing it across, skip pass, and a bad pass taken away. Gainey to the corner. Elin, right side 3, no good from the wing, and it deflects out of play. As this will go back to the Eagles.
In the game for Eastern, number 3, Tyler Freeman, replacing number 22, Isaac Miller.
Tyler Freeman back into the ball game. .6:44 left here in regulation. Ahead they get to the free throw line. Shot up no good there by Ashton Foreman, but a second chance back out to Locke. He'll line it up from straight on and knock it home from downtown. a 15-point game inside the lane. Goes Cole Leland, he'll draw contact.
4 on him.
Eastern's number 3, Tyler Freeman, is his third.
That's the third on Freeman. As Harris going to take a seat for Mail. Same thing as Precious Sam for Eastern. As both teams starting to open up the bench a little more and a commanding Mail lead. Both teams back in action as we mentioned on Tuesday. Mail will take on Central on the road. Eastern will be on the road at J-Town. And deflection out of play on the sideline will stay with the Bulldogs as this is off the hands of Eastern. Got started early with Max Gainey. The senior came out and shot the ball well. Cole Leland's answered from distance. He'll pull up here and knock it home straight on. Knights the net, nothing but the bottom of the barrel. And it's been all guard play tonight. And the tempo set by the Bulldogs. Has it just been the guard play hasn't been able the way Eastern want it to be, or is it Mail just came out there and played a lot better?
I just think Eastern wasn't equipped to handle the pressure, and it showed itself early.
Freeman, the Bird up top. Still a lot of struggle to get the ball inside here by the Eagles through this first 4 quarters, 3.5 of play. Inside, down to the cup, and the shot no good there for Eastern. Back to Gainey. 3-on-2 break. He'll get past defenders. Went right foot, left foot, and the underhanded layup from the block left side falls. What a shot. Max Gainey, the senior, the two-sport athlete, as we talked about, just can't be denied tonight.
Well, Gainey makes everybody else's job on Mail's team easy because he sets the table for them.
Little left. Under 5 here, and a kick underneath to Bird. A good pass there by Freeman, and Sam Bird puts it in for 2. Up top, Elin to the corner, going left side towards the wing, lost it, and it's off of Eastern.
Well, the last thing you want if you're Mail now is to get somebody hurt. You've got the thing pushed out to about 20, and it's pretty much stayed there.
Inside goes Gasaway again, and the big Jason Gasaway, 6'5", and the junior will go back to the stripe.
The Eagles, number 33, Sam Bird, his third.
That's his third foul on Sam Bird here. Just trying to put the icing on the cake tonight and close this thing out is Mail. The first no good by Gasaway. And 1 for 2 there for Jason Gasaway. And that's a 19-point game again, 72-53. Locke gets it across. 3 ball is up, and it's good. Able to make it from distance there is Eastern. And we got a whistle as a timeout going to be used by Mail as Gainey was trapped. And the timeout going to be used by Tim Hayward. We'll take a break. With 4:27 left, Mail leading 72-56 on Glycott.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back here, a 72-56 game, 4:27 left here in the fourth. Mail on top, trying to close this thing out and get out of here with their 15th win on the season, as tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agents Thomas Allen. For a quote on home, auto, life insurance today, contact Thomas at 502-425-8484. We thank you very much. Again, a late one. We didn't get underway until 8:30 tonight. A game's supposed to start at 7:30 here at Eastern on Glycod. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm John Baldridge, as Mail's going to throw it in, and they'll get it to Elin. Their leading scorer gets it to Hall at the free throw line. Actually, the left elbow, and missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound to Sam Bird.
Bird's played a solid game for Eastern tonight on the boards, scored points in the paint. You know, so you start looking for things that they've done that are positives. You know, as a coach, you want to find those things.
And a turnover here, looking to get it to Tyler Freeman, who's also had a good game tonight for Eastern.
Well, it's a 6th turnover here in this half, but unfortunately it's a 17th turnover for the game for the Eagles.
And Elin going to bring it across. Get it down low. DeGaney back to Elin. He'll look inside, and a beautiful dish underneath. Lane left alone on the right block was Terrence Hall. An 18-point game. And mighty, mighty, mighty tonight by this Mail team. Off the foot here of Locke. He'll go back to chase it. It's going to deflect out. And this should be, no, they're going to say it's off of Hall. Thought it was off the foot there of Sam Locke.
Yeah, well, Sam didn't do a good job of selling that as well, and I think that kind of surprised everybody, but you're not going to complain if you're up 20 and the ball happens right in front of Coach Haywood.
Eastern looking to get it down low here to Bird, and a bad pass and another turnover.
Well, the idea was right. The only thing I can say, Bird started and then he stopped. And by then his man had already thrown. If he just back cut him, he gets the easy layup. Unfortunately, it goes down as another turnover.
Stay with us on the post-game show. We'll wrap this one up and get you set for the upcoming week on Glycod. Turnover again by Eastern. And back Max Ganey going to cross the timeline.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering when Mail will start pulling some guys. The last thing you want to do is get somebody hurt out here.
Ganey almost turned it over. Elin saves it high up top on the left side. And a timeout used by Tim Hayworth, as he's not happy about something. We'll take a break with 2:35 left here in the fourth and an 18-point Mail lead.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
.235 left here in this fourth quarter, and it's been all Mail tonight. They've led from the jump. They lead it by 18, trying to come away with the victory on the road. And tonight's scoreboard is presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Coach, both teams back in action on Tuesday. Mail, they're going to come in high off this win and have a weekend to celebrate. Meanwhile, for Eastern, they're going to get back in the books and try to pick up a victory. How both teams go from here, do you think?
Well, Mail's obviously got a good game to be built on, and for Eastern, it's like back to the table. It's not like they're a bad team. They just ran into a better team on this night, and a team that's going to give a lot of other people the same sort of problems.
Eastern went 7-2 in January. A team that only allows about 60 points per game. They've given up 74 tonight, though.
Well, but they've given those up to a team that averages 70 or more, yeah.
Mail only gives up about 60, so right around where we expected to be tonight, inside. And laying it in there was Gassaway. And back to a 20-point game. Under 2 now. Inside, Locke at the right block. Got his defender up in the air and lays it in.
Nice, smooth up and under move by Locke. It's an experienced move by an experienced player.
Locke, a senior, coming in, making his 23rd game tonight and his 21st start. Up top, they have it. And looking inside, a beautiful dish there by Gainey, and Mitchell lays it in, left alone. $78-58 and a foul here on Mail with 1:19 to go. As it's been a long day of basketball here at Eastern High School, the third game of this triple header. I want to thank everybody listening. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight, too, here. Checked out this action. Inside, Freeman looking to get it and takes it away. Stolen there and trying to go coast to coast was Terrence Hall and couldn't make the layup. Inside, a beautiful dish on the other end, and Freeman lays it in from the block. And he's slow to get back on defense as it looks like he took some contact. They're going to slow it up here, and he's going to hobble off to the sideline.
I think he's got a cramp maybe more than anything.
Freeman, who's played a solid ball game, even in the loss, the senior, came out here tonight and added some good minutes on the floor for this Eagles ball club. And he'll hobble into the locker room. As now you mentioned, Coach, the bench is empty. Bird will take a seat. Elin will take a seat. As Eastern going to bring in the back half of the bench in this late game action.
Well, both teams empty the benches, so this last 48 seconds, it could be rock'em sock'em.
18-point game, 78-60. And Mail just trying to run it out. They can hold the ball if they want and go home with a victory. We want to thank everybody again for listening tonight, alongside our producer here, Tim Bryan. The man keeping your picture looking good, Greg Bryan. Gary Force next to me. I'm John Baldridge, inside and all the way to the hole, laying it in is Mail. And it's back to a 20-point game with 13 seconds to go. We got more to come. Stay with us. We'll wrap it up on the post-game show here at Eastern. Coming up shortly. Inside, the shot, no good by Eastern. And that's how the ball game comes to an end on this Friday night. Final score, Mail wins it 80-60. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. There is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Final score here this evening, Male wins it on the road, 80-60. It really wasn't that close, Coach, as Male led from the stretch in this ball game, from the jump, and just take me through what you saw you really liked from here from the Bulldogs tonight.
Well, you know, one of the things we talked about in pregame were keys to the game and what Male would want to do, and Male would want to play fast, and they created that tempo from the get-go, man-to-man pressure. And the first quarter showed itself, 29-12 lead, and it probably was worse than the score indicated. Eastern had 11 turnovers, and they just got themselves in a hole they could never get out of it. And Male continued to play that way. It's hard to get kids to play hard when you jump out to a big lead. And to Male's tribute, they did a great job. Coach stayed on them and pushed them till the end that they were going to play hard.
David Henley has won 7th Region Coach of the Year a couple times. He's been a very good coach in this Louisville area. But how do you, as a team, not just tonight, but look forward when you have to face a tempo like this again? And you face a lot of teams in Louisville that play at a fast tempo. How do you play that better next time through?
Well, once again, you try to simulate it through your practices, and sometimes if maybe you're not as quick as your opponent, you may set up your practices where you play 6-on-5, where the other team is able to create that pressure. I've been in situations before when we were in the region with Scott County, who notoriously did a great job with their pressures. We would practice 7-on-5, and if you thought 5-on-5 was tough, 7-on-5, that's how they would generate it. So there are just a variety of things that he could do. And David has won a state championship when he was at Holmes. David knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. And you try to simulate those things and see it. But there's nothing like having that ability where you don't have to simulate it.
People making their way towards the exits, as it was never really a close ball game. Male wins it 80-60, and tonight's final stats are brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff, opening doors. We'll take a break, come back, and have some more coverage here from Eastern in a moment on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Male wins it tonight by 20, and they led the whole way. They win at 80-60 here at Eastern, getting to 15-7 on the year. Eastern drops after winning 3 straight. They go to 15-8 with the loss tonight. And back here with the coach, Gary Forst. And Coach, where does Male go from here after a win tonight? They take on a Central team on the road this coming Tuesday. Where do you think this team, how far can they go?
I think they're awfully good. They're probably in the top 3 in the region. And, the way they play, and Coach is obviously aware that we're in February now. Now's when you do the fine-tuning and you start getting ready for district and regional play. And if tonight was any example, they're well on their way.
Meanwhile, for Eastern, they got to rebound and get ready for J-Town this coming week. What does Coach tell them in the locker room after the game and get them ready for a game coming up on Tuesday?
Learn from it. That's the biggest thing. You don't carry those things with it. You asked them, how do you feel right now? Remember this feeling. We don't want to be put in that again. And you move forward. I mean, they're by no means a bad team. I mean, they're going to be in the hunt for this thing, and they have to fine-tune. And what we saw tonight is they can have turnovers. Turnovers will be their nemesis because they have a hard time manufacturing points anywhere above 50 or so.
It was all Bulldogs tonight. They win it by 20, 80-60 here on the road to get to 15-7 on the year. We'll come back, have our final comments, the players that really caught our eye. That's all coming up. We'll take one more break. Be back here on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Finals, we welcome you back for the final time tonight. Male wins it 80-60 here at Eastern High School on the east side of Louisville. Back with Gary Forrest, John Baldridge, wrapping it up for our final comments, and we look at tonight's most outstanding players presented by Allstate Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. As I always say, State Farm is always there, and right now it was all male here tonight. And what did you see you liked from their key player, and who really caught your eye?
Well, I thought everything started with Male wanted to create an up-tempo and get after you type of defense, and it starts with their point guard, Gainey.
Max Gainey played really well. The senior, 5'11", came into this ball game only having a season high of 16, was right around there tonight, averaging 8 points per game, and he led the way for Male, a team that led the whole way through. For Eastern, it was some struggle. They did not do what they wanted to do here. Coming in with a winning record, coming into this ball game, winning their last three. They were 15-7. They dropped to 15-8, though. But what are the positives you take away, and who really caught your eye from them?
Well, for Eastern, after the atrocious first quarter, the coach's worst nightmare, they really were in a hole, and they start to dig themselves out. Second half, they kind of play it even, but, it was just something you learn to handle the adversity, and I thought they had kids that continued to play hard all the way through. And, it's not easy when you're down 15, 18 points, and give Coach Hensley credit. His kids kept playing right to the end. I thought Sam Bird played really well for them, both ends of the floor.
There's the upcoming schedule for Glycod this coming week. And, Coach, where are you going to be?
I think Monday night I'm at South Oldham. South Oldham to Sales should be a good one.
It's going to be a fun week as one more time tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Allstate Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is always there. Final score one more time as Mail wins it tonight, 80-60 here at home, getting to 15-7 on the season, winning their second straight. For everybody that listened in, we thank you very much. For all our sponsors here on Glycod, we thank you very much. And if you want to become a sponsor of Glycod, just reach out to glycod.com and we'll get in contact with you. For our producer tonight, running the ones and twos, keeping us out of the rough and in the fairway, Tim Bryan, keeping your pitcher looking good tonight up there, running the camera, Greg Bryan. For Gary Forrest, my name is John Baldridge, signing off here at Eastern as Mail wins it 80-60. So long, everybody. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next time.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.